Hi everyone, hope you all are good. We are here for grade 7 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 7 and then click on view all lessons. So there you can find the list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter 2 variable equations, and the lessons we're going to cover today are complete a table for a two variable relationship, write a two variable equation, identify the graph of an equation, graph a two variable equation, right? So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well, right? So here I am on grade 7 math. The chapter we're working on is two variable equations. Let's just start with the lesson, that is complete a table for a two variable relationship. Read the following description of a relationship. On each necklace Daniel make, there are 9 more purple beads than the silver beads. Let S represent the number of silver beads and P represents the number of purple beads. Complete the table using the equation P equals S plus 9. So you are given the equation P equals S plus 9, that is the relationship between the silver beads and the purple beads. You are given a table, you have to find the missing value. Here is the missing value, like you are given when S equals 3, you have to calculate the value of P. Simply replace the equation S equals 3, simply replace the S with a value. So you have 9 plus 3 is, yes, 12 it is. The correct option is 12, right? The correct option is 12. Let's just start with the correct option. Basically, you are given with the equation. Equation shows the relationship between the two variables. So just use the equation and find the missing value. Okay, let's just start with the test question. The odometer in Darrell's new car already read 8 kilometers when he started driving it. Let X represent the number of kilometers Darrell has driven the car and Y represents the number of kilometers on the odometer. Complete the table using the equation Y equals X plus 8. So you are given the relationship, you are given the equation that shows the relationship. The equation is Y equals X plus 8, right? You have to find the missing value for X equals 3. So just replace the X with a value. Here is the equation. You have to find the value of Y for X equals 3. So that would be 3 plus 8. The correct option is, so Y equals 11. Got it? The correct option is 11. On each necklace Daniel makes, there are 9 more purple beads than the silver beads. Let S represent the number of silver beads and P represents the number of purple beads. Complete a table using the equation P equals S plus 9. So you're given with the equation that is P equals S plus 9. You have to find the value of P when S equals 3. So which is the correct option? The correct option is 9 plus 3 equals 12. The correct option is 12. Every day, an automobile factory assembles 10 more cars than the trucks. Let T represents the number of trucks assembled and C represents the number of cars assembled. Complete the table using the equation C equals T plus 10. So the equation you are given is C equals T plus 10, right? So just look at the table. You have to find the value of C for T equals 2 and T equals 4. So one by one, replace the T with the values, that is 2. 2 plus 10 is 12. That means when T equals 2, C equals 12. Then T equals 4, 4 plus 10 equals 14. That means when T equals 4, C equals 14. So option 1 is the correct option, that is 12 and 14. Sam signed up for a gym membership 7 weeks after Dalton. Let A represent the number of weeks Sam had been a member and B represents the number of weeks Dalton has been a member. So complete the table using the equation B equals A plus 7. You have to find the value of B when A equals 3. So which is the correct option? Basically replace the A variable A with the value. A equals 3. So 7 plus 3 equals, yes, 10 it is. The correct option is 10. A backpacking company requires each campers to bring a flashlight to go on a trip. The company supplies 4 extra in case any flashlights get lost or broken. Let C represents the number of campers and F represents the number of flashlights. Complete the table using the equation F equals C plus 4. So which value is missing? You have to calculate for C equal 1 and C equals 4. So which is the correct option? Very good. That is 1 plus 4 and 4 plus 4. The correct option is 5 and 8. Option 2 is the correct option. Very good. The sea turtle at a zoo is 7 years older than the stingray is. Let S represent the stingray's age and T represent the turtle's age. Complete the table using the equation. So which is the correct option? T equals S plus 7. So the correct option is, you have to calculate for S equals 1 and S equals 2. that is 8 and 9. Option 2 is the correct option. Got it? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is write a two variable equation. Okay, now you are given with a table of values and a description. You have to read and complete the equation, right? A boy and a girl are playing a game where each of them tries to guess a number of a face down card. The girl's strategy is to always guess a number that is six fewer than the boy's guess. Complete the equation that represents the relationship between B and G. Okay, just find the relationship between B and G, right? How do you find? Here you have given the values 7, 8, 9, 10, right? And the value of G is 1, 2, 3, 4. 7 minus what number equals 1? That is 7 minus 6 equal 1, 8 minus 6 equal 2, 9 minus 6 equals 3, and 10 minus 6 equals 4. That means the equation would be for each value of B, you have to subtract 6. So that is G equals B minus 6. Got it? Let's just start with the test question. Okay, in an Olympic event, three medals are awarded. Let X represents the number of events and Y represents the number of medals awarded. Complete the equation that represents the relationship between X and Y. You can see X is 1, Y is 3. X is 2, Y is 6. That means you have to do 1 times 3 equal 3, 2 times 3 equals 6, 3 times 3 equal 9. That means for each value of Y you have to multiply. Yes, that is Y equals 3 times 3 of X, right? The correct option is because each Y is the multiple of 3. That is 3 of X. The correct option is 3. Okay, Troy has a superhero lunchbox collection with 10 lunch boxes in it. From now on, he decided to buy one new lunchbox every year for his birthday. Let Y represents the number of years from now and B represents the total number of lunch boxes in his collection. Complete the equation that represents the relationship between Y and B. So, which is the correct option? That is B equals Y plus which number is adding every time? That is 10. B equals Y plus 10. To build more muscle, Tracy does 8 push-ups every day. Let D represent the number of days and P represents the number of push-ups. Complete the equation that represents the relationship between D and P, okay? So you have to find the relationship. D times what number equals P? Yes, the correct option is 8 times D because 6 times 8 is 48, 7 times 8 is 56, 8 times 8 is 64, and 8 times 9 is 72. The correct option is P equals 8 times D. Each location of a chain restaurant employs 5 more waiters than cooks. Let C represents the number of cooks at a location and W represents the number of waiters in the same location. Complete the equation that represents the relationship between C and W, right? The correct option is 5. A pizzeria put 8 fresh basil leaves on each crepes pizza. Let P represents the number of caprese pizza and C represents the total number of fresh basil leaves used. Complete the equation that represents the relationship between P and B. So, which is the correct option? That is 8 times 6 is 48, 7 times 8 is 56. So, the correct option is 8. The correct option is 8. Whenever Kira's teacher assign an easy to write essay to write, Kira always writes one page more than the minimum. Let M represents the minimum number of pages and W represents the number of pages Kira writes. That is M plus 1. 1 is the correct option. Brody uses 6 tomatoes to make each bowl of salad. Let S represents the number of salads and T represents the total number of tomatoes he uses. Complete the equation that represents the relationship between S and D. The correct option is 6. 2 times 6 is 12, 3 times 6 is 18, so that would be 6. Every day at his bakery, Spencer bakes one less bagel than muffins. Let M represents the number of muffins baked during a day, and B represents the number of bagels baked during the same day. Complete the equation that represents the relationship between M and B. Yes, for each value of B, you have to subtract 1 from the M. So B equals M minus 1 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is identify the graph of an equation. This equation describes the relationship between x and y. The equation is y equals 2x. Complete the table and select the graph that shows the relationship. Okay, you are given the equation. You just have to complete the table. Put the values of x in the equation and calculate the value of y, right? So you need to calculate for x equal to. So just replace the x with 2. 2 times 2 equals 4. Here you have 4. Then 2 times 3 equals 6. So here you have 6, right? Let's just start with the mm, this equation describes the relationship between x and y. Y equals x minus 3. Complete the table and select the graph that shows the relationship. So simply put the values of x here, right? 3 minus 3 when you put x equals 3, here it is 3 minus 3, that is 0. Then when you put x equals 6, 6 minus 3 equals 3. Now the table is complete, right? You have to see which is the correct option, which is the graph. Just check the points, right? The first one is 3 and 0. That must be on x-axis. So the second one is the correct option. 0, 3, 0, 4, 1, 5, 2, and 6, 9, 6, 3. Got it? The correct option is option number 1. Okay, y equals 2x. Complete the table and select the graph that shows the relationship. So how we How can we complete the table? First, you have to complete the table, right? You have y equals 2x. You have to calculate for 2. 2 times 2, that is 4. Then 3 times 2, that is 6. Okay, the missing values are 4 and 6. Now let's see which is the correct option, the graph we have to read. Basically, you need to find these points on the graph. 2, 4, 3, 6. X is 2, y is 4. X is 3, y is 6. X is 4, y is 8. Yes, that is the correct option. Option number 1 is the correct option. The equation describes the relationship between x and y. Y equals x minus 1. Complete the table and select the graph that shows the relationship. So, which is the correct option? Yes, the missing values are 2 and 4. Let's just match them with the first graph, right? Okay, x is 3, y is 2, right? X is 4, y is 3. X is 5, y is 4. X is 6, y is 5. That means that is the correct option. The correct option is option number 1. The equation describes the relationship between x and y. Y equals 3x. Complete the table and select the graph that shows the relationship. So, which is the correct option? Just match these values with the first graph. Let's see if this is the correct option. Option 1 is not the correct option. The correct option is option number 2. This equation y equals x plus 4. Complete the table and select the graph that shows the relationship. So, which is the correct option? Okay, let's just complete the table. The equation is y equals x plus 4. So, when x is 2, 2 plus 4, 6. When x is 3, 4 plus 3, 7. Just match these values with the graph, right? X is 1, y is 2. But here, when x is 1, y is 3, the first option is not the Correct option, right? Here you have 1 x is 1, y is 5, x is 2, y is 6. Option number 2 is the correct option. Got it? The correct one is option number 2. The equation describes the relationship between x and y equals x minus 2. Complete the table and select the graph that shows the relationship. So, which is the correct option? The correct option is the missing values are 0 and 1. So, x is 2, y is 0. Option number 1 is the correct option. Got it? The equation describes the relationship between so the given value match with the first graph, right? X is 0, y is 8. X is 2, 1, y is 9. X is 2, y is 10. So option number 1 is the correct option. This equation describes the relationship between x and y. So which is the correct option? When x is 0, y is 9. Option number 2 is the correct option. This equation describes the relationship between x and y equals x minus 3. Complete the table and select the graph that shows the relationship. So which is the correct option? X is 3, y is 0. Here you have. So option 1 is the correct option. This equation describes the relationship between x and y equals 5x. So, which is the correct option? Which is the correct option? You are given the table. I think the x is 1, y is 5. Yes, that is the correct option. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, we are done with the lesson. So, we were working on grade 7 math. The chapter we were working on is two variable equations. The lessons we have covered today are complete a table of for a two variable relationship, write a two variable equation, and identify the graph of an equation, right? So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we did today. That is your homework until next session, right? So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9. Or either you can join me in the interactive session that will be from 4 to 5 and from 9 to 10. So if you have any questions related to the lesson we have just finished, you can ask. If you have any questions, you can please ask related to the lesson, your homework, or whatever it is. Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye, everyone. Yes, hi. You have any question?